What if I told you that most people are completely wrong about what it means to be wealthy? We see the flashy cars, the giant mansions, the designer clothes, and we think that's it. That's wealth, but that's not the full picture. Not even close. Today we're going to tear down these common myths and uncover the true meaning of wealth. And I promise by the end of this video, you'll look at your own life and your own finances in a completely new way. Let's start with the biggest misconception of all. Wealth equals a high income. You might know someone, maybe a doctor or a lawyer, who makes a ton of money every year. We automatically assume they're wealthy. But what if I told you that same person has massive student loans, a huge mortgage, 2 expensive car payments, and credit card debt from lavish vacations? Their high income is just a revolving door for expenses. They're living paycheck to paycheck, just on a grander scale. This is a classic trap. Income is what you earn, but wealth is what you keep. It's the difference between the two that truly matters. You can earn $1 million a year and still be broke if you spend $1,000,001. True wealth isn't about how much you make. It's about how much of that money stays and works for you. This brings us to the next point. Confusing wealth with the appearance of wealth. Our social media feeds are flooded with images of luxury. It's a highlight reel of consumption. But here is the secret. Many of the people who look the wealthiest are actually drowning in debt to maintain that image. The truly wealthy often live much more modestly than you'd imagine. Think about it. The guy driving the 10-year-old reliable car might have $1 million in his investment portfolio, while the person in the brand new luxury SUV might be one missed payment away from having it repossessed. The author Morgan Housel puts it perfectly. Wealth is the nice cars not purchased, the diamonds not bought, the watches not worn. Wealth is financial assets that haven't yet been converted into the stuff you see. Wealth is hidden. It's the money you don't spend. It's the investments quietly growing in the background. What we see on the street is often just spending, not wealth. So if wealth isn't just a high income or fancy stuff, what is it? The best definition I've ever heard is this. Wealth is freedom. It's the ability to wake up in the morning and say, I can do whatever I want today. It's not about being, I don't have to work, rich. It's about being, I don't have to do work I hate, rich. It's having enough financial assets, stocks, bonds, real estate, a business that generate enough passive income to cover your living expenses. When your assets make enough money for you to live on, you are no longer trading your time for money. You have bought back your time, and time is our most finite and precious resource. This is the ultimate goal. Wealth gives you options. The option to quit a toxic job. The option to take a year off to travel. The option to spend more time with your family or pursue a passion that doesn't pay well. It's about having control over your own life, and that is a feeling that no luxury car can ever buy. Now let's redefine assets and liabilities. Most people think their house is their biggest asset, and it can be, but not in the way you think. A true asset puts money into your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. The house you live in, it's a liability. Every month, you're paying for the mortgage, property taxes, insurance, maintenance, utilities. Money is constantly flowing out. It's a great place to live, a source of stability, but from a pure cash flow perspective, it's a liability. A true asset would be a rental property where the tenant's rent covers all the expenses and still leaves you with a profit each month. Or a stock portfolio that pays you dividends. The wealthy focus on acquiring income-generating assets. They use their earned income to buy things that will make them more money even while they sleep. The middle class, on the other hand, often uses their income to buy liabilities they think are assets, like fancy cars or bigger houses, which only increase their expenses and keep them on the treadmill. So, how do we stop building this real kind of wealth? It's simpler than you think, but it requires a major mindset shift. It's not about get-rich-quick schemes. It's about a consistent, disciplined approach over a long period of time. It starts with a simple formula. Spend less than you earn and invest the difference wisely. That's it. That's the secret sauce. The bigger the gap between your income and your expenses, the more you can invest. And the more you invest, the faster your money can start working for you through the magic of compound interest. Let's say you can save and invest just a few $100s a month. Over time, that money, reinvested, will start to generate its own earnings. Then those earnings will generate their own earnings. It's a snowball effect. It starts small, but over 10, 20, 30 years, it can grow into a life-changing amount of money. This isn't about deprivation. It's not about never enjoying your money. It's about being intentional. It's about spending lavishly on the things you truly love and cutting back mercilessly on the things you don't. Do you really care about having the latest smartphone, or would you rather use that money to fund a travel adventure? Do you need to eat out 5 times a week, or could you cook at home and invest the savings towards your financial freedom? It's about aligning your spending with your values. When you see every dollar as a little soldier that can go out and fight for your future freedom, you start to make different choices. You stop trading future freedom for temporary pleasure. Another key aspect of true wealth is what I call health wealth. What good is having millions of dollars if you don't have the physical or mental health to enjoy it? True wealth is a holistic concept. It includes your financial well-being, but it also includes your physical health, your mental peace, and the quality of your relationships. Stressing about money constantly is detrimental to your health. But so is working 80-hour weeks for decades to accumulate money you'll be too burned out to enjoy. The truly wealthy understand this balance. They prioritize their health. They exercise, they eat well, they make time for rest and for the people they love. Because they know that health is the one thing money can't always buy back. Building wealth should support a good life, not consume it. Don't sacrifice your health and relationships on the altar of money. That's a terrible trade. So let's recap. Wealth is not a high income. Wealth is not flashy stuff. Wealth is what you keep, not what you earn. It's the money you don't spend, quietly growing and working for you. The ultimate form of wealth is freedom, the freedom to control your time and live life on your own terms. We build this wealth by consistently spending less than we earn and investing the difference in assets that generate more income. And finally, true holistic wealth includes our physical and mental health and our relationships. It's about building a life, not just a bank account. I want you to leave this video with a new perspective. Start looking at your finances not as a source of stress, but as a tool to build the life you want. Start tracking where your money goes. Start identifying 1 or 2 expenses you can cut to start investing. It doesn't have to be a huge amount. The most important thing is to start. Start building that gap between your income and expenses. Start buying back your future freedom $1 at a time. The path to real wealth isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. But it's a marathon where the finish line is a life of freedom, choice, and true abundance. Thank you so much for watching. If this video changed your perspective on wealth, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that will help you build a richer life in every sense of the word. Let me know in the comments below what your definition of wealth is. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next one.